Okay. Just making sure.
Remember, your camera's there, Caleb.
My camera.
It's got a light on it. Look at the light. Don't look at the computer screen.
I know.
Go towards the light.
So, welcome to our weekly D&D show of Holy Hops Tavern, where this band of miscreants blow stuff up and completely derail the story I have planned, per usual.
Yeah.
Last week, you guys traveled to Cragmont Island to get the pan flute of a satyr, which you guys got in exchange for delivering a set of this one crate to someone in the Barrows. Before you guys returned from Cragmont to the Barrows, though, you encountered a small little carnival where you played a few games. Someone realized that their pouch had been stolen by one of the carnies, and you guys immediately decided to just burn the entire thing down to the ground, which you have not done yet. There was a music festival thing that two of you wanted to participate in, and while visiting Vex to get his pan flutes, the satyr, you discover that Hey had a lot of siblings and family in these cramped little chicken cages for various animal fights. And we pick up about an hour before the music festival. And I'm not sure why you were planning to catch things on fire again, so someone is going to have to remind me why arson was on the table.
I mean, arson is never off the table.
It's fair. I don't remember off the top of my head why we were going to burn it down.
We've slept since then.
A lot.
Because there was something, I forget the details, but someone was making money off the carnival that was bad or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
They were doing something bad, so we decided just to burn it down. And then Caleb asked if we were going to burn everything down or just the carnival. And I believe you made us roll, and we rolled well enough that it was just going to be the carnival without damage to anything else.
Okay, yes. There were a couple different options for you to burn some things down on. You guys decided burn the pop-up bar, effectively, which would damage most of the carnival attractions and be a major problem for them, but it would not progress towards the Gravitas City at large. So you did roll that. So your goal was to just cripple this band of thieves. Okay. You are aware that catching things on fire and causing general arson isn't only going to draw the attention of the various hide the crate items and the stuffed animal that was won by the pixie.
And then Carney was front for thieves.
Right. Yes. Derailment.
Sorry.
It happens. So, it's an hour before the song, where you guys are going to perform and compete against other singers and performers. Is there anything you wish to do in that time? It is dusk, and your prior ship has already left, and so you will have to make accommodations for the evening, and you guys can return back to the Barrows tomorrow morning. So keep that in mind. You have an entire night before anything important happens.
I'm just going to say that I'm doing whatever Alicia's doing. I'm just trying to finish this email, and then I will have much better attention. I apologize.
Well, so Senpai is going to, once we get settled, pull the two of you aside. Because my friends, I feel like I am doing Hey a disservice by not making an effort to free his beloved family. Hey is an important member of this group. If it was any of our kin trapped in cages like this, we would not hesitate to rise up and free them.
Just being devil's advocate, if we decided to burn everything down, there'd be a lot of delicious chicken that we could eat. Just putting an opposing thought out there. It's fine. I mean, I'm fine with saving all the chickens too. Whatever.
I don't think I can do this alone. So
Okay. Well,
I
I'm
will
in.
honor your wishes if you don't want to join me, but I can't fathom this sadness living in Hey Hey forever.
No problem. I'm in. I'll help.
And I'm assuming Thistle just emphatically
This
agrees.
is in. Yeah, she's in.
Always in.
She's just eating nachos. She's in.
I think
And it's not even good nachos. It's like those fake cheese carnival nachos with just straight pickled jalapenos on top.
They're gross. Yeah. Yep.
Yep, that sounds right.
Can Thistle give me a Constitution saving throw?
or
Yeah, just a straight con save.
like
you're
how
eating
Meg
carny
says, I'm doing something for an email and she's the one you make roll.
I'm sorry.
14.
14.
Okay. Is that what was on the roll? I imagine so.
Okay.
Which,
Okay.
adding Thistle's Constitution modifier, she's fine. She's not going to upchuck the nachos.
So how close is the carnival to the warehouse where the other Hey Heys are being held?
About 2 to 3 blocks. The warehouse district has some very open spaces for carts to come in and out. So it's a great place for the carnival to set up space. And so it's maybe a 20-minute walk.
So, do you think people at the warehouse would be distracted by the carnival being on fire? Might be our best bet to set the carnival on fire and then go free the chickens while people are like, burning.
Give me a intelligence check.
Still unpacking my dice.
And what's your your background isn't criminal in any way.
Not anymore.
John, what's your character's background again?
I do have a little bit of a criminal. I have I've theft and all those things as part of my thing, so I'm a little bit devious.
Okay. Can you also give me an intelligence check? And you have proficiency in this because you're a rogue and you hunt people
Natural
down.
20.
Oh, well, that's good. But I also want John to roll as well because maybe he has some different insight based on his background.
I got a 17.
All right. Both of you know that hired muscle are generally the most intelligent bunch and often bored if they're just on general guard duty.
So they probably
if
would
there's
be.
any measure of distraction, it'll probably draw their attention a little bit and pique their interest. They probably will not leave, but it'll definitely make it easier to get into the warehouse. If you can use the distraction to your advantage.
All right. So I think that our plan should be that we will stealth dress ourselves,
Okay.
set the carnival on fire.
So you're going to stealth
On
dress
some-
before your performance?
Well, no, because that would give it away. So we do the performance. We set some sort of time delay incendiary device.
Yeah.
Then stealth dress. And then go to the warehouse when the device... To be there when the device goes off and people run away. And then we just unlock all the chicken cages.
That's fair.
How does Hey Hey feel about this plan?
Hey doesn't speak common. But I assume you're able to get the gist of freeing people. And Hey
I will
has
free
the
your brethren.
resolute eyes of I will draw blood to free my family. Very Manuel the Wonder Snail. And it's viciousness. So, again, it's about 15 minutes before the performance. Is there any final preparations, or are you glamming yourself up for your presentation? What are you guys doing? You do have someone who's proficient in disguises and quick cosmetic changes. Since John's an assassin.
Oh.
And a K-pop star.
Yeah, exactly. I am preparing, and since I am super proficient in acrobatics, I am also preparing to do like crazy dance moves. So I'm stretching out and doing things like that as well.
What song are we doing?
I don't know, whatever K-pop song we can think of.
Going BTS?
Sure.
He's like, I don't know these people.
I think we should do Caramel Dancing. Go.
Oh, that's dated.
I know, but I love
we're
it.
so old. Since you guys are playing a timed incendiary bomb to catch the pop-up bar on fire, who's making this and how, roughly? Just John, that's closer to your field. So how would you make this time bomb?
So I'm going to wander through the crowd a little bit and steal a watch. And then I'm going to hook up that watch to a little bomb. I'm going to also try to find some incendiary devices.
Okay. So you're going to just pilfer the different parts you need so it can't be tied directly to you.
Correct.
All right. As you're going around doing these sleight of hand checks, can you go ahead and make me one of those? Dexterity sleight of hand. As you're just pilfering the various items.
26.
You're fine.
Good. Yeah, my sleight of hand's a +8. So.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Mad props. So you have all the parts. Now you are trying to make it go off at a very specific time. What point during the show would you like to go off? Would you like to go off as like the big bang at the end of your performance, someone else's performance?
Well,
at the end of the night, how do you imagine it going?
I think it should be towards the end of the performance, because we want to have time to get over to the warehouse, so as soon as their attention's drawn, we can make the most use of time, right?
Yeah.
Strategy standpoint.
But from a strategic standpoint, if the blast goes off while we're performing or right at the end of our performance, we have a built-in alibi that it's not us.
It's a good point.
So what's the plan? When do you have it planned to go off? It's your device, John. So what do you do?
What do you think, Alicia? When do you want it to go off?
I mean, the alibi is very important. So we should probably have it at the end of our thing, and then just in the chaos run over there. But that means we also shouldn't glam ourselves too much. Like, no glitter, guys.
Agreed.
All right, John, go ahead and give me a intelligence proficiency check, because this is thieves' tools in essence. As you're trying to make it go off at roughly the appropriate time.
22.
22. Okay. You are solid that it's going to go off within a few seconds of when you expect it to. So that's not a concern. You set it up, and you drop it off around where the pop-up bar is. Can you give me one more... Give me a stealth check as you just drop it off to make sure that you're not drawing too much attention.
Okay. Oh, all right. So I rolled a natural 20. So,
of course.
30.
All right, God didn't see you drop it off. So you're perfectly content or assured that no one saw you. You were in a different city altogether this night, so you're fine. So you drop off this bomb, and then you go and join up with the rest of the group. At this point, everyone is accumulating behind stage. They're getting ready for their show. You see some people that have kind of dressed up together. There's this band of gnomes which are wearing these bedazzled, like purple sequin jean jackets.
They're the Nomi homies. I've seen them before.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Nomi homies.
Yep.
That is canon in my world now. Thank you so much for that. They dress like mummers now, like feather, like
Love it.
in the cuffs. Oh, they're horrible. I love them. There's these band of kobolds and lizard folk that have kind of painted their scales to be a little bit more glammy. They have a like over embellished lipstick, eyeliner, and everything that these mammals use to doll up, but they're using it just to kind of mock their social sensibilities.
Yeah.
And they're having a great old time. They have like weird like wigs, which are absolutely absurd on reptile creatures. And yeah, a few other notable bands, but the most famous of them is clearly the Nomi Homies.
Love it. They're great.
They have performed a few big venues out of the Barrows, so you've actually heard them before.
Nice.
Kim has a very good point in that
What's that?
we should probably make sure that we have said that we have secured our delivery and Thistle's stuffed animal in a safe place. Because Caleb likes to steal things. So we secured that.
Okay. So you like buy a tavern, stay, and have it just shoved in your room or something?
That's fine.
Yeah. And then booby trap the door.
Okay.
Nothing that's like gonna hurt anybody, but like, you know, a giant thing of glitter dumps on them if they open the door the wrong way.
Love glitter bombs. That's fun.
Yeah. So we can find them.
Thistle stuffed owlbear, which is absurdly big in comparison to Thistle, is like just kind of lounging on top of the crate in this room. It fills up a good part of the room, so it's oddly obtrusive. But you shove that away real quick, go back, and you're getting ready for your performance. What do you do to match better, since it's very clear that you guys are not a unit yet? Everybody else has like these themes going on.
I hand everybody one of my roses to incorporate in
face
their
paint
outfit.
with nacho cheese and glitter.
The cheese?
Cheese and glitter.
Nacho cheese will work as a glue and then glitter.
No glitter! No glitter! We're doing a crime afterwards! No glitter!
Black glitter. We are the darkness.
So, Senpai gives a rose to everybody to implement.
I give.
What if
I
we
give this
painted
a
ourselves
bud.
to look like? What if we painted ourselves to look like mime?
Sleep. We should put gloves on too.
White gloves.
All right, John, go ahead and give me a disguise check, charisma based, to make them not look tacky.
I rolled a 14.
14. They do not look tacky. So good job making mimes look good for a performance.
Wait, what is disguise under now?
Disguise is a disguise kit. It's a tool proficiency.
Got it.
So, John, as you're doing the makeup and everything, this Dragonborn comes up and goes, "Hello, I know that you're this time slot. What is your band name?"
Great question. We're GTS. Not BTS. We're GTS. Because it's Grigor, Thistle, and Senpai. So we're GTS.
Good
I know
to
we're
snack.
going. I know we're going on before the Nomi homies.
Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. It's so dumb.
I love it.
So whenever you say you're GTS, there's like this random spotlight that shows up behind you, and like the air particulates behind you give you this nice glam look as you guys look a little bit like mimes. The first performance goes up. They're in tune, mostly. The second performance goes up. Those lizard folk. They are very much more tribalistic in their performance. And they seem to have a very niche crowd. The kobolds and the dragonborn in the crowds are just laughing and enjoying the performance. The humans are like paltry. And then up comes the Nomi homies. And they come out all bedazzled with their sequins, their
I'm
hair
so sad that we can't be bedazzled.
a vibrant color, and they didn't have any musical instruments on them compared to the other performers. They each cast minor illusion and begin doing like these synthetic sounds using magic to do this kind of daft punky little performance. And the crowd loves them utterly. They finish their performance, leave the stage, they look at you and go, "Good luck following that." And then they make their way off the stage as they pack up some of their gear and make their way. And our next performance is GTS. There's a nice amount of applause because the last performance was so darn great. You guys make your way out, and what do you guys perform or do?
Well, first, we should all strike a very dramatic pose. And then we do whatever song John is playing.
Yep. Turn up the music, John.
We can hear
Can't
Diddley.
hear that. Oh, there we go. We have some surprisingly coordinated dance moves.
No, I mean, every time we've done something, it's ended up being a completely choreographed routine. So I would assume we would have just done like one of our old trusting ones.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay. Well, for the two people that remain, John
Oh, no!
Weren't we only supposed to be doing it ourselves anyways? I know I was sending emails at the beginning, so I might have lost this. But originally it was supposed to be that we did the routine while John set fire to everything.
Yes, but he set a time bomb to go off.
So that we can
Gotcha.
then, as
Okay.
soon as it goes off, run over and save Hey Hey's family.
So you guys can
Can't
do
forget the
arson
chicken.
and
Arson, theft, and a killer performance all in one night.
So, since John handled the cosmetics and is basically doing this background dance routine, and he has the dex to pull it off, no worries. I will need a performance check from both of you. From the Pixie and Senpai. So, either dexterity or charisma performance.
Natural 20.
Of course it's a nat 20.
Alright, so I have proficiency in performance.
Good.
And then
So 18.
18 so.
I also get a +5 for dexterity / acrobatics. And didn't you just say dex or charisma? Is that what you
Dex
said?
or charisma, and it's still a performance check.
If
no
I use
acrobatics.
dex instead of charisma, do I still get to use my proficiency?
Yeah.
Because then it's a 19.
La-di-da.
So mine is 23.
So, the last group was stunning with their synthetic music derived from magic. even though the music that you choose to use for your performance is not quite up to their level for music, your performance and owning it, there were just random rose petals flying from the sky, because that's what you do. Thistle was doing her flying routine. The frog...
Can I have spread glitter while I did it?
Yes.
So we couldn't have glitter, but I could throw it at that point? Because I'm asking Senpai, not you. You could lead me down a bad path,
like
Mr. DM.
Any amount of glitter on us is a really bad idea.
Fine.
I give you tiny rose petals that look like confetti.
Yes.
So roses everywhere. Glam shots. It's incredibly dynamic. Your performance is stunning. You brought the crowd to tears. They were not expecting.
Were we
you
also
guys.
lip singing the whole time? Just like perfect, like lip sync performance.
And as the performance winds down, the crowd is just yelling, GTS, GTS, GT, boom! As the bomb goes off.
Surprise Pikachu face.
Surprise Pikachu face. And now, chaos erupts as the pop-up bar is now on fire, and the alcohol is sent Molotov cocktails throughout the rest of the...
I yell, oh no, who could have done this? What is happening? Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Who knows? Oh my goodness.
Go ahead and give me a deception check. The DC is
16.
5. What's that?
16.
Yeah, you're 5. The DC was 5 because no one is looking your direction. You're gonna have to be like, oh no, it was me. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Alright, so as the chaos assumes, I assume we're going to stick with our plan and start sneaking towards the warehouse district.
Alright.
I vote we just run as fast as we can, because who is going to notice us right now?
Sure. But either way,
I'm,
you're trying
again,
to do
not
discreetly,
asking
to
you.
draw.
You lead me astray and kill characters. I'm talking it out with my partner.
Lead me astray, kill character.
I've
I want
only
that on
done-
a t-shirt.
Oh, I can't wait for the rest of the commentary out here. Because I killed one of these people in here.
You emotionally scarred almost all of the people in there. Out of everyone who I know is watching, I think Evan's the only one you in some way.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Because I can guarantee
it
you
time.
emotionally scarred your mother. Alright, I think we should sneak with haste. Because we don't want to lose the timing, but we also don't want someone to spot us and be like, you were that great band and you were running towards that warehouse where all the chickens are running out of. So we sneak with haste.
I mean, I'm like this big. Nobody's going to see me. So
Right.
that's fine.
I-
Whatever you think is best.
You're trying to be discreet, though. So go ahead and give me a stealth check. And I would also like a stealth check from Thistle.
A 5.
5. You're too darn iconic. But the DC is 5 due to the chaos and you guys bolting. Did you roll below 5?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
I was adding.
Fortunately, you guys set up a bomb.
19.
It's not hard.
19!
Alright, so you guys escape this crowd, which is both going towards the source of the explosion and running away from it, as various people are trying to make their way to and fro. The guards are clearly upset about the explosion. You hear whistling going on. And
Ocean's 3, the chicken heist.
yeah, this is not what I was expecting this adventure to go.
I
But-
did warn you this morning.
But as
You're free!
you are bolting, making your way down the alleyway, trying to get as far away and trying to get to the warehouse as quickly as you can without drawing too much attention. Thistle, you come around a corner thinking that you're being discreet, going da-da out of one side, or doing a sound effect of your choice. But as you go around one corner, you go doo or one of those emphatic notes, and you're like face to face with one of the guards who's like, "What's going on? Why are you wearing my makeup?"
I immediately start trying to mime.
You go from singing to miming.
Am I like tucked away in an alley?
You were following right behind. So,
And then
we're still
this
hidden.
is the end of my miming. I go like this and lay down like I'm going to sleep, but have my wings flutter. So I just go up far away from him and away.
Give me a straight charisma performance check, because that is bonkers.
17. And then my charisma is +3, so 20.
Dirty 20.
You guys never roll this well for anything important.
Never.
Never anything important.
It's only the dumb stuff we do. We roll well for.
So you come around, you fail your stealth check, you're like, ooh, mine. The person that caught you and asked what's going on goes, what? Did you like sleep and fly away? He looks so confused.
He's lucky I didn't try and rip his nose off, because that was the other thought I had. I don't know why miming and maiming were the only two that came to mind, but that's fine.
It's fine. Can you give me one more stealth check as you try to like fly away and hide?
You're not going to believe me, but it's a 19.
Of course it is! So you fly away discreetly and dramatically behind the wall. And now both of you are together. You are near the warehouse. And you have a good idea of where two of the perimeter guards are. You know that the chickens are inside.
So this is a really bad time for John to leave. He's the stealthy one.
He is the stealthy one.
I should just have a copy of his character sheet.
Was that Klaus? What was that?
That was Klaus. He's very loud.
Yes. The most charismatic barbarian ever. Not wrong.
Thank you.
So,
On a side note, I'm so sorry, I have to tell you this. So I told the two of you, but one of my friends recently got married, and it was a short engagement, so I never got to like meet the person, and COVID, so there wasn't like an actual wedding. And so the one conversation we were having, he told me how much he likes playing D&D, and I explained that like I play D&D, but I don't fully understand it, and I just say whatever I want to do, and then they tell me if it's possible. And he's like, well, what character do you play? And I explained that I was a pixie barbarian, spirit totem badger. And he was like, I don't think that's a thing. And he was very confused. And I was like, I believe it's called homebrew. But anyway, I found out that all of those people have apparently been like stopping in to watch our show. They just never say anything. I was like, well, that's cool to know that there's like extra people out there.
Okay, that's fun.
hi.
Any of you were
people.
watching today? Hello.
Okay. So, are the guards looking away?
The guards were confused. They seemed very fixated on what's going on at the festival. They're very confused about the mime pixie that just appeared and then disappeared. So they're very much on edge now.
Door?
You can try to get behind the warehouse to get a good look of that. To not draw attention as you're jumping from building to building, go ahead and give me another stealth check as you look for a different entrance.
That one was an 18 plus 4, 22.
Okay. Do you go alone or do you go with Thistle?
I put Thistle like on my strap for my chicken harness
Okay.
after the mine debacle. I'm like, Thistle, I think that this might be safer. I think I should just have like a little Thistle saddle.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Or
I would like
Thistle
to
armchair. That
commission
sounds
a
more
Thistle
comfortable.
commission a Thistle saddle so I could like carry Hey like a baby. And then Thistle on my shoulder.
It's
Well,
like I sit and there's just like a little seatbelt, so I strap in. Or
I
like
think holding on because
I
I don't feel like
kick my
Thistle
feet.
would want to be strapped down in case she needed to like spring into action.
that's true. 2 little things to hold on, and then I can just like kick my feet like a little kid sitting on your shoulder.
So, you take Thistle, make your way around, and you do get to the other side. You see the various drop doors. What are they called? They're like garage doors. The just
The
up and down
rolling
ones.
doors?
Yeah, they're rolling doors that are about 10 to 15 feet in length. They go up about 10 feet high, meant for wagons to go in and out of. It's also next to the water, where there's a nice, clean drop 7 feet into the water below. There's currently no ships in the nearby warehouses, so it's just a nice open waterway. The moon's out. And behind the warehouse, there are 2 people currently on guard on either corner of the warehouse. And they seem mildly annoyed that they don't get to have a better line of sight of whatever is going on the other side of the building. So they're fairly distracted. But there's just the outdoors on this side.
And they're closed.
Presently.
Alright, well.
But they don't look like they lock at all. Or if they do lock, the locks aren't present.
Sorry, it's dropping frames. And I don't know why. Sorry, everyone, for the choppy video. I don't know what's happening.
What
So-
do you choose to do?
Are they metal? Are the roll doors metal?
They are metallic. Yes. Yes, they are.
I would like to very carefully try to check the roll doors for traps.
You want to sneak past one of the guards to get up to the door.
We should have brought some chloroform.
All right, I got distracted. So we're trying to sneak past through the rolly doors.
Yeah.
Can we kill the guards?
I mean, they're not good guys.
No. Why don't we just like sneak down, snap their necks?
Okay.
How many guards are there?
There's only 2 in the back.
Oh, then let's just kill them. 1 each and done.
So
Think of what they're allowing to happen to the chickens inside.
that's true. I just wish that Grigor had not gotten distracted on the way over here since he gets the sneak attack damage.
Oh, I don't care. We can outpower them.
All
I
right,
don't
well,
care if
then
they see
let's
death
snipe
coming.
them. I would like to hide and fire. Can I fire my bow twice?
Can you fire me in your bow so that when I get there, I can just rip their eyes out? Just like shoot me at them and then just.
I think you're a little too heavy for the arrow to fly.
No, it's not so much that as much as you would take the bow damage, but I would allow you to basically move the bow range in a turn. And I believe the bow's range
Well,
is
I
like,
just mean like imagine if instead of just shooting the bow, it was like me holding like 2 bows and then just or like a bow. Like if I was riding the bow, so that when it got there, not only does it hit them, but then I'm right there to like.
Yeah, no, I'm following what you're putting down. But basically
Okay.
how that would work is whenever you get shot, you would take the arrow damage since you're taking like the full blunt of that force. But you would be able to distance. So this is like
there,
a
like-
quick movement for you.
Is there an open window Thistle could just go in and then unlock the cages?
Give me a perception check.
3.
You are very keen on just killing these two guys.
14.
14. There's a couple of just...
Oh, 13. Wait, no, 14.
14?
14.
The warehouse has a few simple planks removed to allow ventilation to escape whenever it gets hot inside. They aren't exactly windows, but yeah, Thistle could easily squeeze into them.
So, and can Hey fly that high?
That's about 20 feet off the ground, so probably not. Hey Hey's not the best flyer.
So I could fly in, and then I could ride a chicken out.
That's what I was thinking. And we kill them on the way out when the chickens are already free.
Okay.
So sneak in, unlock the chicken cages, and ride a chicken out to freedom.
Okay. I feel as though I won't actually ride the chicken out to freedom. I'm going to have Kevin come in with me, and I will ride Kevin out, leading the pack of chickens.
I've seen that TikTok.
All right. I do this.
I am going to ready my bow, point it at one of the guards in case I need to intervene.
Okay. So you're outside. You're trying to sneak inside at this point. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. And because you're going way above... Well, yeah, just go ahead and give me a standard stealth check.
What do I add to it?
Dex.
Anything?
And
Okay.
stealth.
Okay. I rolled a 6, so Dex makes it a 9. And what is... And
Do you have stealth?
no, stealth, I'm not proficient in it. So I
you've
rolled
got
a 9.
Okay. So Thistle, in all of the Pixie Barbarian's glory, charges through the gap, given the lack of guards in the vent. No one bothers to guard it. So you easily get through, but both you and the frog are not exactly quiet. What exclamation? You're literally like doing stealth noises.
Michael wants to know if Hey will eventually become a dire chicken and learn to fly as I gain levels.
Maybe dire chicken probably won't learn to fly. It has like a maximum like jump, like hop, flap thing.
Ew.
But we'll see. Who knows? Hey,
We could
might...
always screw over the pixies that we were saving and instead just sew on the their wings to Hey, and then he could fly.
Attach both sets of pixie wings to Hey, so it's just turned to this fey chicken of doom. Oh, that's horrific.
All right, so I'm waiting to see if any of the guards outside turn to look at Thistle, and if they do, that's when I want to fire.
Okay. One of the guards, the one on the side closest to you guys, since that's the one where the vent is. So as you're going through the... Let's go ahead and roll initiative and take actions in order.
17.
I rolled a 2.
That's appropriate. So...
Reason to believe.
The frog lets out a loud croak on impact. That's what Walter says. His name is Kevin, Walter. His
I just
name is
almost-
Kevin.
Kevin goes, as you're going through, lands on the shelf a little bit before jumping in and goes, before jumping in the rest of the way.
I just almost picked up my dice tower to drink instead of my drink.
I'm
If
sorry.
anyone's wondering where I'm at today.
Romeo's Pizza from West Palm Beach, Florida is calling me.
We're having a
They
weird
deliver?
day, people in the universe.
We always have weird Fridays. Don't pretend like this isn't normal.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Well, we went from talking about Stephen King's The Stand to playing D&D. So, like creepy world ending to like fantasy world building.
Well, most of my campaigns end with you guys destroying the universe in some way, shape, or form, so it's not dissimilar.
At one point, we will have a cult, and I will have perfected a chant.
Why does every group I have want to start a cult?
Oh,
All
no,
of
that's
them.
like a company goal, is to start a cult.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's a good goal.
And it's because they give you free money when you run a cult. They give you money to be your friend.
That sounds like branding.
And I love friends and money, so this is great.
Alicia, you're starting. You do realize that the guard on the corner is like, Ribbit. And looks up towards Thistle.
With a bonus action, I cast Ensnaring Strike. And then I fire at him.
Okay. What does Ensnaring Strike do?
The next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact, and the target must succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends.
What's the radius of that? Or is it just the figure?
It's just the figure.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
It says that this turn, then next turn it would.
Correct.
For up to a minute. 16 to hit?
Yeah, that'll hit this poor human wearing a leather tunic.
So he has to make a saving.
Well, go ahead and deal damage first. Let's see if he lives. He failed the save.
11.
Okay, you put the arrow through his head and the vines go up and wrap around the corpse. Hold him up like a dead scarecrow.
So no one hears the impact?
Correct. Oh. Actually, Thistle, you're going to need to give me another stealth check.
5.
Why are you this person?
Plus 3, 8. I don't know.
This is the best. So, Sipai shoots and goes through the person's head that you drew the attention of the first time. Gets held up by a scarecrow. The other guard looks at him real quick and is just like, whatever. He's standing, he's fine. And he's not yelling at me for help. So the other guard doesn't care. He was too curious about the explosion happening back at the carnival. Inside, however, Thistle went through the vat after the frog croaked. You decide, oh no, let's get inside. You jump over a little bit and you land on this cage, which rattles a few of the creatures held inside, which are dogs.
Nice.
And they just start barking at you, which draws the attention of 4 other individuals in here. And you actually recognize one of them as the halfling with the dire weasel, who is currently just sitting near Fex's throne area, going, why are you here?
Run away.
And that is their turn, as they're like, have hands on their weapons, like, what's the deal? And it's your turn. What do you do?
Run away. Cool.
Start miming. And I pretend to pull myself up the rope. Slowly moving up away from them.
I'm going to give you your inspiration token for that, because that is terrible, but perfect. Man, what a terrible idea. It makes me so happy. Give me a either deception or persuasion. Either way, it's charisma. Good luck.
I rolled a 19.
course you did!
Never when it matters. Oh, I guess this time it does kind of matter.
The universe wants me to be this person.
You're gonna be a bardbarian. BARD-Arian.
Without ever taking a bard skill.
I know!
Mabel came to see if I was okay because I was laughing so hard. You're okay.
Oh, this
You're
is
okay. You want to say
so
hi?
dumb. I love it so much. So you immediately
Oh
go,
my god, she just farted. She jumped up and farted. Oh my god.
Make a con save?
I rolled a 12.
Happy Friday, everyone. This is the content you came in for. So, you start miming to your mimiest best.
But pulling myself, I'm actually flying, but I mimed and then pretended to grab a rope and started pulling myself away from them.
What does Kevin do during this?
Well, I'm on Kevin's back, so he just goes up with me. As if we are one.
Alright. The frog at this point has just stopped flying. It's just like being dragged along by, being held by
my
you as
legs.
you're climbing. And are you trying to hide again? What are you trying to...
Just get out of their, just pretend, just go up. I'm just trying to get out of their view.
The halfling is just like... What? They've stopped attacking. They're very confused. And you've stalled them out completely. They are stunned. Alicia! You heard yelling from inside. Give me a perception check to see if you were able to hear... 22? You heard the entire conversation. You know Thistle is miming on the inside.
Do I know how many people are in there?
You know that there's at least the halfling from earlier. That's as much as you know. You do know that he's not immediately attacking. His voice is confused as heck.
I did have the thought to just fire a flaming arrow into the building, but that would kill the chickens. I'm going to wait. Actually, can I see the other guard?
Yes, the other guard isn't overly concerned at this point.
I'm going to
take him out.
We're going to end up killing all of them, just so you know. All the guards are going to die.
I'm going to fire at him.
Go for it.
Assuming things have gone south.
You have advantage on this?
Oh.
Because he's not aware of your existence. Evan's like, no!
No, that's about us trying to get him to help us organize our cult.
He said that he wants to be part of building the community if we ever were the last ones alive in a apocalyptic world. So clearly, you should be excited to help us govern our cult.
So what's 15 plus 8?
Enough.
Okay.
Roll your damage. Be happy. Enjoy your murderous rampage.
Ooh, I rolled an 8! Which means
Nice.
it's a 12.
You also put an arrow in his back. He looks down and goes, oh. And he falls over. Fire arrows are a myth. That is true, but we live in a fantasy universe. So are dire chickens. So are pixies. But it's fun, and if it's good enough for Hollywood, it's good enough for us.
Otherwise, I'm going to wait for Thistle to come out to tell me how many people are in there. Because now that the guards are done out here, if Grigor ever catches up, we could just storm the castle.
Do I have any leftover cheese on me?
give me a Constitution check.
Do what I find really funny while you're doing that is that there's like this whole weird subplot in Acquisitions Incorporated about the one character being obsessed with cheese and getting paid in cheese. And like you haven't watched that, and so just the fact that you went with this cheese thing so hard makes me laugh really, really, really hard. Because he's a Goliath barbarian.
I brought it up this weekend that we need to. That I want to start watching the show because you brought it up in like how there's like so much of our work talks about it and everything like that. But I couldn't remember the name, so that's good.
People watching, Acquisitions Incorporated is what I want to be, but I'm no Chris Perkins. I know my own flaws. But yes, enjoy Acquisitions Incorporated. They're amazing. Also watch us, but Ac Inc.
You're just amazing in a different way.
Yes. So.
I rolled a 12.
What
Con
did I have?
save.
Thank you. You were able to clean yourself up, but if you want cheese on you, there can be cheese. You like to always have
there's
extra
leftover cheese all over your face.
Yeah, you like to store cheese in your hair for reasons. Extra
I would
cheese.
like to have some leftover nacho cheese. Do I have some?
Yes, why not?
How many people can I see in the building? Do I know all of the guards?
Give me a perception check. At disadvantage because
16.
it's kind of a quick moment.
10.
10. That's good enough. You see the halfling and his dire weasel. You see 2 other guards. And that's all you see at this point. You are aware that there are 2 guards out
in the
front.
cheese. I write a 3 on Kevin's back and send him back out to Simba.
You write 3 on Kevin's back. Well, that'll be on...
But it's backwards because I don't really know how to write very well.
So it's an E? Or it depends which way Kevin flies at me?
Yes. Kevin knows what I'm trying to do, though, and he's smarter than me, so hopefully he will help out. But you don't know, I guess when looking at it, you're not really sure if it's a 3 or like a cursive E, but like, hopefully you can put it together. But my thought process is to let him know how many guards are inside.
1, 2, 3,
and I'm very proud
30.
of it. Like,
all right, so before your turn, where you can draw on the frog and send him on his way. Oh, they're stunned. They're still just staring at you. So you get up near the vent. You're right. Go ahead and give me a intelligence check, senpai, to try and discern the halfling, the pixie's intent.
12.
It's not a 13. You get a frog with a letter E on it.
E. Enter. She wants me to enter. She must need help. I will,
Well,
I thought it was my turn.
you write the letter E. Yes, it is your turn. I guess you wouldn't be left with any actions after that. Sorry.
I'm going to stealth over to the door and
Discreetly open it.
discreetly open it.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check at disadvantage because those doors are not quiet.
I rolled an 18 and a 7.
Great.
So stealth, right?
Yep.
So that's Dex. So that 7 becomes an 11.
Nope. So as you discreetly open up the thing, you make your way partially underneath, so right now you're prone. You creak a little too much, and the weasel turns around and looks at you and hisses.
Have you seen my pixie?
Give me a deception check.
That was cocked. Deception is charisma, right?
Yes.
19.
as you say that, which draws the halfling's attention, he goes, yeah, she's performing. Why are you both in my makeup?
We were performing at the festival. There was an explosion. Lots of people are hurt. She got scared. She ran off. I saw her come in here and then, like, heard noises and wanted to make sure she was okay. She's so little. I don't want her getting lost.
I'm very weak.
They go, all right, well, you can't stay here. We're not running a bed and breakfast here, so go to wherever you're staying. I thought you guys left.
Well, we decided to perform in the musical show.
Would you like to see our performance?
No. I was here doing my job.
And
Can we
the
talk
fire
them into
started spreading
looking to see our performance?
I saw what you just did just now.
No. You need to see this. It is much better. It would make me so happy, and then we will leave, I swear.
This would be a really good time for John to come back.
Give me a persuasion check. With advantage, because you guys are in makeup.
I rolled a 20.
So,
Goodbye. We're gonna do a choreographed routine.
The
and secretly,
halfling-
without anyone even realizing, open every cage.
Yeah, I would like
Very
to, yes,
nice.
kind of look around like we want to pick the best spot, end up near the chicken cages, and, during the routine.
And then we're doing a crazy dance and just secretly unlock each cage.
So, as you're like, please can we do this performance? You're so good. The halfling's just like, no, F off. But the two other guards in the room with you are like, we're so bored. Are you kidding? We get to enjoy the circus free here. And the halfling just goes, fine. Do your performance and then leave. I don't care. So, you set up a space near the chicken coop, and you guys want to do your performance and discreetly unlock cages.
All of them. All of the chicken cages.
This is such a terrible idea. I love it. First things first. They line up, sit down next to each other. The two guards that were on the inside are like, oh, this is great. Should we go get them? Get the guys out front and back for the performance? No, they have their job to do, so don't worry about them. Who cares? The halfling's just rubbing his forehead like, why are we humoring these people?
I'm stretching like we're getting all nimble for the routine.
And as they become ready,
I shift Hey to my back, so he is secure on my back.
All right. Go ahead and give me a performance check.
18.
Don't forget to add your
I
charisma
get to add
modifier and performance if you have it.
I got a 21.
3. Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check with advantage. Because both you are so stunning with your performance.
13.
Oh, that didn't go quite as well. 15.
Thistle?
Oh, I 13. I thought you heard me. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I got
sorry.
a 13. Oh, well, I guess with Dex I got a 16. Do we put Dex in it?
Yeah.
Yep. So, what happens is you begin your routine again. You've had a little bit more practice the second time around. And both of you are on your A game because you're doing your routine. You're throwing rose petals. The magic is happening. Hey is using the discreet slot on your back to open levers and whatnot, as Kevin is doing a likewise thing, just doing background dancers, doing frog and chicken shit. You guys are also unlocking things. And you guys end the performance, this time without an you think without an explosion. And as that moment of the presentation comes to an end, the three people in front of you are like, holy crap, you guys are good. One of the cages opens and a chicken comes flying out.
I yell,
right during the explosion point again. And the guard goes, wait, I thought we locked that.
Is it just the one, or were other cages?
As one leaves, the other ones rattle, some of them open up, and they're like, what is going on?
And as we promised, we shall now leave. And I go and I pick up the door. Freedom!
Give me an initiative roll. Initiative. Straight again.
15.
What was yours, Meg?
15.
So, Thistle, you technically get to go first. Do you see what's about to happen? They're like, hey, our chickens, we need to get them back. What do you do initially?
Is there one of them that's not looking at me?
None of them are looking at you right now. Your performance was amazing, but they're very concerned that their job is about to be negated.
Which one clapped the least about our performance?
The halfling that introduced you to Vex in the first place.
I go over and try and snap his neck.
Oh my gosh, okay. Go ahead and do you rage?
Yes.
Okay. You enter rage, this cheesy, blood-curdling roar. And you just face-plant the halfling. Give me an attack roll.
Man, John misses some of the best stuff.
I got a 10, but then I get to add my attack bonus to it, right?
Yep.
So that would be plus 6, so 16.
Okay.
And then do I add anything else, or is it's just the attack bonus, right?
Yes, it's just your attack bonus. And since you're just straight up trying to just take out his face, not with your sword, not with anything, it's just your strength modifier plus 1 plus your rage. So it's... What's your strength modifier?
Plus 6.
What's your strength score?
Oh, wait, my strength... Hold on. I'm looking at the sheet. At the top, there's an STR plus 4, 18. And then right below that, it says... Oh, that's saving throws is plus 16. Okay, so my strength is plus 4.
So 4 plus
6 and
1
then saving
plus
throws.
your rage, which I believe is 2. So you do 7 points of damage as you just plow into this poor halfling's face. He is upset, to say the least, and you can definitely hear something break around his nasal passage.
I whisper to Hey Hey over my shoulder, or loud enough that Hey Hey can hear. I know you want vengeance, but no matter what else happens, I need to keep you safe. And I do not let him out of his pack.
He is angry.
Do I, again, at least roll?
Give me a handle animal check. As you try to convince Hey Hey to stay in his harness. He wants blood.
That's cocked again. This is why so many things end up cocked. It's when you use a dice tower, because they shoot it out.
Don't you use dice? It's fine.
I like my dice tower.
Hey, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing?
7.
7.
Okay.
Okay, Hey Hey attempts to successfully unclasp itself, raging, opening up the harness, and goes, "Argh!" and comes lunging outwards, glaring at the halfling and wanting to engage. Go ahead and,
I fire.
go ahead and start with your chicken first. Who you try to convince to not have vengeance.
I just don't want him getting scooped up with the other chickens and put back in a cage if this goes poorly. Love Hey. 12.
12 to hit.
Yeah.
Hey misses.
Because he's too angry.
Yes, he is. He
No.
doesn't get the rage bonus of the barbarian.
I'm going to...
Shoot at him?
Yeah.
Go for it.
14.
Ugh. Alright, he's up to 21
No,
points.
that's a 14 to hit.
Oh, 14 will miss.
We'll miss?
Yep.
Okay.
So you shoot at his face. It misses because you don't want to shoot Thistle.
Hey gets points towards levels for positive vengeance.
Oh my god,
Hey,
I
he's
totally
gonna
see
end up
it.
being his own character soon. Like,
Depends if I kill you or not. We'll see. So,
Not funny.
it's only funny if it's fine. So, after you, it is their turn. The halfling will send his weasel at the chicken.
I don't. Oh, I do have an AC for. I don't have hit points for him though.
You should. I asked you to.
You told me to write down his attack
I
and
told you
his
to take
AC.
a screenshot.
No, you didn't.
Does an 11 hit?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
He's got an AC of 15.
The weasel.
I don't know how a chicken has an AC of 15, but the chicken has an AC of 15.
It's a vengeance chicken.
It's a vengeance chicken.
The weasel attempts to snap it, and Hey just slaps it down with one of its hindquarters. You see this gash along the weasel's cheek.
Did he get an attack of opportunity?
No,
Oh.
it's just
Flavor
deflecting.
dash?
Flavor dash. Vengeance. This weasel has a vendetta against this chicken, and the chicken hates the weasel and the halfling. So, after Hey and your turn, the weasel missed, and now the halfling. The halfling will pull out a scimitar and flail at the pixie in his face. Which armor class presently? Thistle?
15.
That will hit. That will crit.
Please don't die.
That will crit.
You rolled 2 crits?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what crit means.
Okay. let's
Critical
see.
hit.
So, with you in this halfling's face, he comes up and just scrapes you first, dealing 6 points of damage. Since you're raging, that's only 3 points of damage. He then comes back around knowing exactly where you are and gashes you, dealing 5 points of damage. And that's after the resistance. And then comes back around and... Oh. Crits again, but only deals 2...
How come he gets to hit multiple times and we only get to do it once?
Because he's a badass, and you
I
haven't
can
leveled
hit
up
twice.
enough. Level up some more. That's how that works.
Level up.
So, with the third attack, he dealt a total of 5 points of damage, which after resistance is just 2. So, the 20 likes me, the d6 is garbage. Good to know. So after him, the 2 guards. One of the guards will come after you, pulling out a short sword and attacking, lunging, missing completely. The other one will go after you as well, believing the captain to be fully capable of defending himself. He will also miss. The 2 inside guards are just completely inept at defending themselves. One of the guards goes, "Hey, Sven! We need help in here!" As you say that, the body held by the tendrils flops to the ground. He goes, "Oh shit." And now we go back to the top of initiative. Alicia.
No, it's Meg.
Thistle. What does Thistle do?
Guy that hurt me, am I still like near him?
Yes, you are in melee range.
Okay. I'm gonna take my little sword thing and try and like drive it through him
Okay. Give me an
while
attack.
raging. very, very upset that he has hurt me.
Okay. You can choose to attack with advantage at any point. Just saying. That gives me advantage to hit you, but it's an option.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Roll twice and take the higher number.
19.
19 is definitely going to hit. So go ahead and roll your sword damage and add...
That's the... Okay, and my sword... Which one is that?
6.
That's no, what I roll for it.
I believe it's either a
Is it
D8 or a D10.
Is it the cube? I'm trying to...
Sword, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, D10, since you're holding it with 2 hands, which is the gem-looking one. Yeah,
this one?
no. There should be one a little bit more pointy.
That's not this one?
That one's an 8.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be rolling right now.
It's
This
Here's
guy,
the D8, the one that you held up. Here's the D10. They look similar, but it's more round.
The one that's like 10, like, I don't think I've ever used this one before.
Yes, roll that one. And just let me know what the...
80?
So 8 plus 6.
So 15?
Yes, okay.
Or
He
14.
does not
That's 14. I can do math.
I can't do math at all. Adding 5 is apparently really hard.
You gash into his cheek and slit open from just inside the mouth up towards his jawline.
Do you ask him why so serious?
Always.
There's still a little bit of connecting tissue there, so if he opened up his mouth, there would just be a hole.
Ooh.
So,
Nice.
anything else? Or are you perfectly happy just raging and tearing open this guy's face?
I just want to kill him. I'm just like trying to literally rip him apart.
Cool. Alicia, what does Hey Hey do?
Hey, he's gonna attack the weasel.
Go
It's
for
attacking him.
it. Oh gosh.
Oh well, Hey Hey rolled a natural 20.
That's a crit, so go ahead and have Hey Hey eviscerate this poor weasel.
1d8 plus 4. Hey Hey does a lot of
So
damage.
2d8 plus 4. Just roll it twice.
It's no fun.
I know, but we're live.
Well. Do 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 do. I rolled my heaviest and my lightest. So 14.
Alright, just so that you're aware, this giant weasel's about the same size as John's character. Just as lithe and just as physically taking up the same amount of space. And Hey Hey just rips into this weasel, goes down and pecks at the vertebrae, and you just hear something snap, and the weasel goes limp. Hey Hey flicks its feathers back and just clucks at the halfling. The weasel's dead.
We're gonna have a hard time getting that out of your feathers, Hey Hey. So I draw a bow and shoot at the one of the other 2 guards, since Thistle seems to have the halfling under control.
Yeah, okay.
$16 to hit.
16 will hit.
9 points of damage.
He gets blasted in the shoulder. He's just like, how? I thought you were working for Fex.
I asked him nicely to free the chickens.
All right. After that, now it moves on to them. The 2 guards will attempt to attack you, first of all. They are going to suck.
Hold on one second. I need to run to the restroom. So hopefully you guys don't kill me while I'm gone.
It's okay. Caleb can talk about his Facebook picture.
I can't.
What?
What are we
It's
talking
okay.
about?
It's fine.
Oh. So I recently changed my Facebook picture to something that I considered intentionally unattractive, meant to confuse people. So the fact that you're confused is the point. That's it. There wasn't too much thought behind it. It's just meant to be annoying. There's a lot of Instagram pictures that are like, oh, this is my best look. So having somebody else's not best look as my profile picture was funny to me. That's it.
So yeah, how's everyone doing?
Yeah, since
While we awkwardly fill some time.
I'm excited about our new card that's coming out this month. So for the few patrons in there, early look, I guess. Enjoy it. It turned out really good. I really like the new color palettes I've had lately with the artwork. It's really been beneficial.
Yeah.
If you want to see art that eventually will start adding to the shows in the grand scheme of things, check out our Discord.
Yeah, all the art's posted there.
Yep.
Oh no, Michael, he didn't get hacked.
No, that's just me being me.
I really liked the Live, Laughed, Love cover photo.
That was light.
By who?
Old
Kim.
high school people.
To be fair, you erased him. You shouldn't be surprised at this point.
Yeah. So, the two guards attacked, missed. One of the guards comes in and goes, "What's going on? Oh, shit!" The halfling looks at me and goes, "Tell facts!" And that guard leaves. The halfling will then try to rip the wings off of the pixie violently with his sword. I can only hit the pixie, apparently. Or not. So, because you're attacked recklessly, I got advantage on all my attack rolls. Only 2 of them hit, 1 of them was a crit again. The first attack, after resistance, deals 4 damage, and the crit... Oh, that's good. Finally deal damage. After resistance is 7 damage, so that's a total of 11 more damage for you.
So I'm gonna die because I'm now at 4. Although, had we gotten in a fight, because I'm supposed to have 27, but this started at 18. Were we at a fight, or did I just not reset this little counter?
I think you didn't reset.
Okay, so I should be a lot higher then, because if I was at 27 and I was starting at 18, so that's 9. So I should be 9 higher than I am now.
So you should be at 13.
So, how does it keep?
Still, you're not in the best of shape.
Okay.
Especially since the halfling
No,
still
so I'm
looks
at
like
13, but that's a lot better than 4.
Yeah. The halfling still looks like he can keep fighting for a bit. He's up to, what, 24 points of damage? So, yeah, he looks solid right now. So, back to you.
I mean, if we kill Fex in this battle, we don't have to finish delivering his weird crate.
It's your turn.
How is the halfling so okay at this point? Because I had really good hits both times that I hit him. So, what do you mean by he looks really strong?
You've dealt a total of 24 points of damage to him with the gash and everything. But he's been in a few brawls and looking at the scars on him. He looks like he could probably bounce back easily from this. He's not even bloodied yet. He still has plenty of fight in him.
Okay.
Hey, how's it that many points? Hey's going to attack the halfling because Hey is Vengeance Chicken. Although, to be fair, technically he should only be able to attack if I let him. But for the in-characterness,
Yeah.
he's dealing my bonus attack.
Is the live
did not
stream-
hit.
Oh, it was paused.
What did you
somewhere.
get?
5.
You have an inspiration token.
I thought I used that last game.
I'm pretty sure you still have it.
I mean,
It's
if
still
you're
there.
gonna let me,
If you want to reroll it,
Hey deserves to get a good on him.
does.
17.
17 will definitely hit.
And he does 6 damage.
Okay. He is now finally starting to show signs after the barbarian ripping into him. The feathers around him, he's breathing it in. He apparently has...
Are none of the other chickens, are the other chickens all running for the door, or some of them?
Yes, they are
Because
running
they're all
towards-
fighting chickens, right?
Yeah, but they're... Given your performance, given your intent, they seem very keen on bolting.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Vex and recognizing that...
Vex is not here.
Not Vex, sorry, the halfling. Turn to the halfling and recognizing that
He's a bigger threat.
he's the bigger threat and that now Hey and Thistle are in danger from him. I'm going to fire at him.
Okay.
I really thought Thistle was going to take him out in one more shot.
Well, yeah, I just have to be more clear because you keep cutting his mouth, but I kept saying I wanted to rip his head, so I thought all the damage was going towards his neck.
Oh,
Not
he's
his
been
mouth,
able to
so, like,
dodge
I need
your
to make it very
attacks, and
clear.
so your cuts have been hitting not exactly fatally yet.
I think he's playing some weird stuff. I had really good rolls, but okay, I'll
No, he
make
had
it
some
very
really
clear
good
that I'm
rolls. He just has a ton of hit points.
Caleb's being shifty. I don't like it.
24.
24 does hit. That's not a question.
And 9 more damage.
Ugh. Okay. So he has an arrow that grazes his shoulder. He has a gash in his face. He has a broken nose. He doesn't look happy right now.
Can I say, like, you can let us walk out and we'll stop. We just want the chickens free.
It is... No, it's Thistle's turn right now. What does Thistle do?
Once again, I'm going to slit his neck. I'm right there. But, like, this is what I don't understand. You just said that her 24 definitely hits, and then you were like, it only grazes him. So how do we determine how much, like, it actually, like, how do we know when something's going to actually hit?
No. This is actually good. You definitely hit. You made contact with him to deal some stress on the creature. However, you deal a certain amount of damage. And so that kind of goes against his, like, resistances. So as you hit, you actually cause stress on the creature. As you deal damage, you kind of deplete his ability to, like, shrug off this and that wound. And whenever you actually drop him to 0, that's where you go and get the killing blow on. So he has
Right.
more hit
So,
points.
like,
So your goal...
Alicia, what did you just roll that only, like, so it only grazed him and didn't actually hurt him?
So it's based on the hit points versus damage. So I only did 9 damage. So it hurt him a lot. Like, it hit his shoulder, but it didn't take him down because he's got more stamina than that.
So the guard outside.
Okay.
The guard outside had 11 hit points. Because she rolled so high on the damage, she could just plug him in the head, no problem. But because this halfling has more hit points, whenever she deals 11 points of damage to him, he has enough dexterity to jump mildly out of the way so that it only grazes. Same amount of damage, but he has more hit points.
The thing in here
It's
is like,
abstract as heck.
yeah,
I know, I'm sorry.
you're keeping hit points in mind while still trying to keep the story moving. So you're coming up with ways to rationalize the fact, because, like, you're not going to do enough hit points stabbing him once to have actually, like, taken his neck out unless you crit on crit in the thing.
So it's...
Right. No, my question, no, I get that. It's just that every time we've played, we've, like, gone over certain parts of the body of where you have to hit. But in reality, it doesn't actually matter because it could deal the same amount of damage. So, like, I could be attacking their, like, rather than going for their neck or their heart, which would be, like, where you would actually feel like you're doing the most damage. If it doesn't actually matter, like, we could just be, like, attacking his leg or his back. Is that what you're saying? Like, it doesn't matter because it's all about, like, what you roll, not, like, what you're saying.
It's a combination of both.
I'm not trying to be difficult. I was just trying to
No,
understand.
this is interesting. It does
For me,
matter
it would
because
like
whenever
if he,
you do
based on okay.
reach one of those thresholds, the characterization of how I describe what you actually hit changes. So if you were attacking the back and just stabbing the back, yeah, you just plug a hole in his back and it's fine. But the fact that you're like, I'm going after his throat, it's going to be a wound generally around his face, which is why I put the gash on his cheek. And that could have some role-playing ramifications. So, yeah, it might not be
You might not kill him
important.
any sooner going for the throat, but you do impact the way the story goes.
So,
Okay.
you tell me the intent, we roll the dice, and we see what actually happens based on what remains after the damage. So, if at the end of the fight you were like, I'm going to go slit his throat, you roll the damage, and you actually hit that 0 hit point threshold, you cleave through his neck finally because he just doesn't have the endurance to keep up.
Okay.
Sorry. It's abstract. It's something that comes with time. So just
Okay.
keep explaining what you want to do, and then I explain what happens. Okay?
Okay.
And it is your turn, so what would you like to do?
I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna keep stabbing him, I guess.
All right. As you lunge at him with your sword, I imagine, go ahead and make your attack roll. Are you attacking recklessly again?
Sure. 18.
Did you roll twice and take the higher number?
18. The second one wasn't higher.
Okay. 18 will definitely hit, not a problem. So you are breaking up his resistances. Let's see how much you break him down. Go ahead and roll damage.
$50?
The D10.
Yeah, she rolled a 5.
Oh, 5
No,
plus
50.
4 for your strength modifier, plus 2 because you're raging, is 11 points of damage. You keep cutting up his face. Oh, God. As you gash into him, he's bleeding profusely. You give him a matching whisker on the other side, and it's just a curtain of blood on either side.
Do you say, hello, my name is Thistle of Clan Turnip. You killed my father. Because that's what...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to What's-His-Face. And after that one attack, you're still raging because you've dealt damage every turn. It is their turn.
I thought I went after Thistle.
I accidentally skipped them then. So, my
No, because
bad.
you just hit Thistle, didn't you?
No, I didn't. This'll just hit me.
Yeah, but right before that, you hit me.
Did I?
Yeah.
It was... You hit me, and then
Oh, I did.
Alicia hit,
You're right.
and then I went.
Sorry. Alicia, go
Hey,
ahead.
Hayes.
Hey, hey.
Smells the blood.
Yes, it is very close to this poor halfling's death. Like I said, there's curtains of blood running down his cheeks.
Poor Hey. That's not going to hit, I don't think. That's an 11.
Okay, 11 will not hit.
And I'm just going to pop him again.
Okay.
I do not hit, I don't think. 13.
Nope.
It's all to you.
The halfling's on his last leg. He's realizing that he's in trouble, so he's sidestepping and trying to avoid all this. The halfling looks down at his dead weasel. Looks up at you. Thistle spits bloody mucus at you. And he will disengage and start fleeing.
And we get to attack him.
He disengages and not draw an attack of opportunity. So
Wait,
he
what's the
avoids
difference?
you, but he does
What's the-
because he's scared of you because you ripped him open a lot. However, he can only pick one target to disengage from. So the chicken will get the attack of opportunity.
What's the difference between disengaging and like what does disengage mean?
I'll explain. So, did you crit?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me explain disengage first. there's a couple things that you can do in a turn. Disengaging is basically trying to move away from foes without doing anything else. As opposed to dashing and running away, which would draw an attack of opportunity since I'm just double moving. I'm trying to discreetly move away without drawing an attack. So he can't attack this time, he can't do anything, he's just trying to escape, but he still was hit by the chicken for crit damage.
If Hey gets to take him out, that's like some sort of weird bloody justice. 13 points of damage.
So, this halfling's like, screw this. You guys deal with him. I'm going to go get... And Hey just lunges at his back, grabs onto him, brings him down to the ground, and like his weasel, twists, pecks, limp. And then he crows to the air.
Makes me think of Hook from, like, not Captain Hook, but like the movie Hook when Peter Pan crows.
And the two guards that were in the warehouse are like, peace? We're good?
Tell Vex it was someone else.
Give me a intimidation check.
With bloody Hey standing on this guy's back and like...
Sure.
Yes! 19.
Sure.
Can I mime over to them and then spit blood?
Oh gosh! You just do that. Just run away.
We should get out of here. I make sure all the chickens free.
You freed all the chickens. There's still the bin of scorpions and the dogs in the cages.
I was here for the chicken.
Are they good dogs, like puppers? Or are they like
They're
guard dogs that are
fighting
going to eat
dogs.
the chicken?
We could end up dying from them. We were here for the chickens. I turned to Hey and I'm like, is our job here done?
He looks down at the halfling, looks back at you and goes...
I pick up Hey and I'm like, you're such a good chicken. Let's go get you a bath.
He is covered in blood.
Well, so's Thistle. Are you back on my saddle? I would like to walk triumphantly, head held high, out of the warehouse.
I start singing What Women Want.
Of course. So you make your way out of that. Where do you go at this point? The chickens are scattering across the island.
I call out, be free, chickens, and live your best lives. Let not the shackles of mankind's greed ever grasp you again.
Okay.
And I yell, don't become chicken fingers!
Give me a performance check as you dramatically say this by moonlight.
That's correct. It's only a 12.
It's fine. You say this, the moonlight's behind you, the embers of the burning carnival rising up into the sky. You hear screams.
I'd really like to know where Grigor is.
And Grigor is still trying to, like, the rooms are overpriced. We are only staying one night, not 3. You overcharged us. He's having this entire conversation to not get scammed out of paying more for the bedrooms.
So can we collect our prize from the music thing? Or is that just like in ashes? There's nothing to collect.
Do you go back to the carnival?
I would like to like jump in a river first.
So you guys discreetly clean up and then go back.
Yeah.
Thistle, was there anything you wanted to do before leaving the warehouse, or are you pretty content?
I draw a smiley face in blood on the door.
You do that. Go ahead and you clean yourselves up. Go ahead and give me another charisma check. See if You remove
12.
all... What's that?
12.
Good enough.
Strike charisma.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Good enough. You both wash up, find a basin, do a quick rinse.
I wash Hey carefully.
Hey is
Excuse me.
the calmest you've ever seen him. He looks like he's a new chicken. Rebirthed in the blood of his enemies.
Dear God.
I like how we just like wasted a whole week on free Hey's family.
Yeah! You did.
And setting fire to the carnival.
You bring down a carnival, and you free murdered people. You make
Next
your way
week
back.
we need to remember. Sorry, I was gonna say next week we need to remember, or you need to help me remember to turn off my email notifications while we're playing. I keep getting so stressed out from so many emails coming in.
I put my computer on Do Not Disturb and actually exit my email and Slack on my computer. So.
Yeah, it was too much. Like every time I looked over, I was just getting more and more anxious from the amount of work emails waiting for us when this is over.
Allie, that would have been really funny.
I was
Getting
hoping
more
for
blood.
that. Hey with like
We
war
try to
paints
wash-
and blood.
We try to wash off in a puddle and it's actually a puddle of blood and we're like, well, oh!
Oh no! And it starts like coagulating in your hair, so just okay. Anyway, so you make your way back to the site of your arson, and you're looking for the trophies or any sign of that. Give me an investigation check from both of you. So intelligence, investigation if you have it.
Well, I'm apparently very
16.
tired. That's a 4.
It is fairly late.
17.
17. Thistle. In all this wreckage and the smoke and whatnot, partially buried under a broken set, you do see, covered in a little bit of a just set dressing, a trophy. This says first place in performance arts. It's right there.
I go jump inside it. Like, is it a trophy like this, or is it like, can I get inside the trophy?
Yes, you can definitely get inside the trophy because that sounds like something that would just be absurd. So yes.
I get inside the trophy and then immediately start blowing on the side, like, and then drawing pictures on the trophy, expecting that Senpai is going to pick up the trophy and carry it.
I pick up the trophy. So, here's a question. Did Hey break his harness getting out, or did he unhook it?
He unhooked it.
Okay. So Hey is back in his carrier. I'm going to assume Hey likes to be carried like our kid did.
Yes.
And I pick up the trophy in the hand. And are you just like holding on to it, Thistle?
I like the idea.
I'm inside of it,
Oh, you're inside of it.
like looking over it.
We should go find Grigor.
I can't wait to tell him about that chicken.
I know. I was really hoping he was going to make it back on here.
You
Yep.
leave the carnival. As you're walking away from that, there's like an explosion behind you. Something else collapses. And roll credits. Because why not? You guys blow everything up.
I would just like to say that this was actually a good week for John to end up having a meeting in the middle of it because we did not further the plot.
That's true.
So it all worked out in the end.
And just for plot's sake, he was the one setting up the room, moving all the crates up to the room, doing that whole logistical thing.
I don't know why we didn't take the sneakiest person with us to do the stealth mission.
It worked
No,
out.
let's bring the bright yellow pixie who can't seem to roll when it matters ever.
Except mime and cheese.
I roll well when it, like, I don't need to.
Just so you know, Meg, there are some tips in the Discord for you.
I can't wait.
So,
Why not?
All right. Well, everyone,
Thank you for joining.
we
this
hope you enjoyed
hot
this
mess.
week. And we had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Oh,
So 2
oh,
weeks.
that's a good idea.
right?
We can
Or
we can
next week.
help hide the smuggling item by using our trophy as a decoy.
It's a crate.
Yeah, but if we like put the trophy in the top of the crate, then they're just like, oh, there's trophies in here. I'm not gonna look through the rest of it. We can put like really
In your mime equipment.
yeah, trophies, mime equipment.
Oh.
Thank you, Allie.
Welcome to our hot mess of a show.
All right.
But
well,
thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be here next week, right?
Yeah, we'll be here next week. And
Hopefully we get back to the rest of the story.
I've started blocking things off
Never.
on John's calendar, so
Oh, so
Hopefully.
there'll be less of that.
hopefully.
All right.
But yeah, thank you guys. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you guys again.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. It was fun.